In a rare behind-the-scenes chat, Jamie Dornan revealed a special habit he has maintained for years: rehearsing with his co-stars before each important scene. Not to learn lines nor to rehearse, but to synchronize emotions, which he believes is what creates authenticity that moves audiences. Acting is about connection, not technique, Dornan said. Jamie has always believed that when two actors are not on the same emotional frequency, no matter how beautiful a scene is, it will become lifeless. So he often asks the director for a few minutes, sometimes even hours, to talk to his co-stars alone. No lights, no cameras, just emotions. These moments help both of them get into the same rhythm, the same state of mind, and the same emotional depth required for each scene. The secret to creating golden chemistry with Dakota Johnson. Although not mentioned by name, everyone knows that one of the people Dornan used this method the most is Dakota Johnson. Inside sources have revealed many times. They often separate from the crew for a few minutes before each emotional scene. The two often sit and talk softly, exchange glances, focusing on the pain, nostalgia, or love that the scene requires. The Jamie-Dakota version after these minutes of emotional synchronization is often so natural that it makes the whole crew hold their breath. Many audiences believe that this is the reason why their chemistry has become legendary, what Hollywood calls the Dornan-Johnson effect. Not just a co-star, but a psychological friend. Jamie admits that practicing alone not only helps him get into character better, but also helps his co-star feel safer, more comfortable and confident. He once said, "No one should enter a scene with their heart somewhere else. I want us to really meet each other, through feelings, not through dialogue." It is this subtlety that makes many colleagues describe Jamie Dornan as a hard-to-replace co-star, gentle, sincere, and always creating space for emotions to guide. Fans reacted in unison. "Now I understand why Jamie acts so naturally." Immediately after sharing, the global fan community immediately exploded, leaving thousands of comments. "Jamie is not only handsome but also very deep. It's all explained. Your chemistry with Dakota is not natural. Acting with your heart is the only way to touch the hearts of the audience." Behind-the-scenes surprise. There are rehearsals that make the whole crew watch in silence. A member of the crew once revealed that there were days when Jamie and his co-stars went into a private rehearsal just minutes before the scene, but when they came out, the air around them was vacuumed. They looked like they had just shared something extremely private. A lighting crew member added, "It wasn't a secret, it was an emotion. He made his co-stars feel understood in a very strange way." Dornan never explained exactly what those rehearsals were like, but those who witnessed them described them the same way. A small corner, usually at the back of the set. No one was allowed near. Just soft voices and sometimes long moments of silence that made outsiders shiver. Did Dakota Johnson accidentally reveal that special moment of connection? In an old interview, Dakota Johnson once said a sentence that made fans freeze for many years. "Jamie always looks me straight in the eye before the scene. Not to act, but as if to ask, 'Are you ready?'" The fan community immediately spread this sentence as a testament to Jamie's emotional synchronization method. And Dakota herself admitted, "That calms me. When he does that, I feel like the whole scene is just the two of us." Just that one sentence is enough to make fans understand why their friendship, their coworker relationship, and their on-screen chemistry are so strong. A director once called Dornan an emotional compass. Many directors who have worked with Jamie Dornan shared that he not only cares about his role, but also monitors his co-stars' emotions like a compass. One director said, "Jamie senses when his co-stars aren't quite in the right frame of mind. He gently leads them into their emotions, sometimes with just one question. For example, 'What is your character most hurting today? If you were them, what would you want right now? Do you feel safe in this scene?' In just a few sentences, the emotional wall between the two of you almost disappears. Jamie Dornan, you can't create intimacy if you don't trust each other. Jamie once said on a talk show. Chemistry can't be forced. It only happens when two actors trust each other completely. That's why he always takes the time to listen to his co-stars tell their true thoughts. Share how he sees the scene. Eliminate any tension in front of the camera. Even though it only takes a few minutes to prepare, the effect lasts throughout the scene, sometimes becoming a classic moment. Dornan's emotional synchronization times cause real emotional misunderstandings. The scene that made the crew think they forgot the camera. There was a heavy psychological scene in a previous film where Jamie and her co-star had to play two ex-lovers reuniting. Before filming, Jamie asked for 10 minutes of alone time with her. No one knew what they said. But when it was officially filmed, the scene became too real. Their eyes trembled as if they were holding back real emotions. The way Jamie put her hand on her co-star's shoulder was so gentle that the crew fell silent. The director had to shout, "Cut," twice because the whole crew forgot to breathe. A backstage staff member said, "That moment was like the two of them had just gone through a real breakup in real life." The rumor appeared the next day. The moment he stood still for 30 seconds before filming, and fans went crazy. In an interview, another co-star said that Jamie has a habit of looking into the other person's eyes for a few dozen seconds to connect through breathing. Once, Dakota Johnson accidentally said, "He stood still, looking at me for 30 seconds before filming. I almost forgot I was on set." The crew watched from afar, many blushed because they thought they were sharing something beyond acting. Fans immediately exploded after hearing the story. Fire, that 30-second moment was definitely not acting. Fire, no wonder their chemistry is so strong. A hug scene, not in the script. In another project, Jamie Dornan and his co-star had to film a breakup scene. According to the script, they just had to hold hands. But right after a quick, emotional sync, before the scene, emotions were running high. Jamie hugged her co-star tightly, which was not in the script. The crew was shocked. But the director exclaimed, "There, that's the moment I needed. Keep it." The hug scene was later kept and became one of the most shared scenes by fans. A private rehearsal led to dating rumors on social media. Another time, Jamie and her co-star were photographed by paparazzi, hiding behind the set, just minutes before filming a love scene. Little did they know that a long lens was pointed in their direction. That night, social media was abuzz with the headline, "Jamie Dornan and co-star spend unusually private time before each scene?" Although the crew explained it was just emotional rehearsal time, the rumor burned for weeks. Fans call it a method of confusing the audience between acting and reality. Jamie Dornan's emphasis on emotion, rather than acting technique, makes many of his scenes so real that fans believe he has real feelings for his co-star. Many conspiracies. Simple scenes become social media icons. Videos analyzing Jamie's eyes consistently get millions of views. One comment went viral. "Jamie Dornan doesn't act, he feels. And so we believe it's real." Jamie Dornan's secrets about emotional syncing minutes. Jamie often requests all devices to be turned off, including the microphone. A set assistant once recounted that whenever Jamie wanted to emotionally adjust with his co-stars, he often made a special request. No cameras. No lights. No recording. No one approaches. Everyone must stop for a few minutes. This method makes many people curious, because not every actor has the soft power to ask the crew to stop just to let the emotions be complete. A crew member revealed, when Jamie starts to enter the connection zone, everyone automatically goes silent. No one wants to ruin that moment. The silence is so long that it makes the crew shiver. Jamie and his co-stars sometimes say nothing, just stand still or sit next to each other. A stylist recounted. They can be silent for 1 to 2 minutes, not moving. The emotion seems to radiate from them. I get goosebumps watching it. These silences often occur before scenes with deep psychological depth, and that is also when the characters' emotions are completely matched. The director once said, "That silence is stronger than the dialogue."